am so sorry for there being no video last week, but I was in Egypt and I didn't get filmed what I wanted to get filmed in time. So I shall do it at a later date. But basically, I got back from Egypt at the very, very early hours of this morning. We got back at 4 o'clock. And you won't see my glorious tan because I shall be dressed like this now until probably April next year, because it was 31 degrees in Egypt and it's only 12 here, but I feel freezing cold. I've got my ear warmers on and I am literally layered up, but I've got such a good tan as well. It's so annoying, no one's gonna see it. Anyway, I have just had smoochies with this one. She got looked after by Rachel. So Rachel had both of them. Jim is so messy. Get in, because that is all your hay. Yeah, so Rachel looked after her. She has had the week off, just for like a little bit of a break really, but that's more because there is no one really to like ride her and stuff, and she doesn't need to be kept in work. However, I left her fluffy on purpose. Oh my god, that is so thick. Look at that. Because I knew I was going away and I didn't know what the weather would do, I left her fluffy on purpose because she was in very, very light work. So I didn't have the risk of her having a sweat allergy. But I've come back and I thought I would take the rug off with you guys, because we are currently sporting what looks like could be feathers. Here we go. Look at that tail. That has grown out. How fat are we? Not too bad. You're stood in a relaxed state, but you are scurfy. Look at that. All this fluff. Oh my gosh, you are filthy. Her legs are near on growing feathers. Tail is not awful. Okay. But this mohawk, look at this. Oh my gosh. So yes, basically, I actually don't know the last time I let her get this fluffy, because she has the skin allergies and the sweat allergies. I normally have to keep her really, really clipped, but she got clipped for the shows and then I knew she was having a bit of downtime and I knew I was going away. So I wanted to leave her, but that means that this is going to be the biggest makeover I think I've ever had to give her since, God, when you were pre-teenager. So it's Monday night. I'm going to have to bath her. She's going to take forever to dry, so I shall rug her up and put her to bed. And then tomorrow we will be clipping you. But this is going to need a double shampoo, so we better get a move on. Okay, so we're in the wash bay, and luckily I have these big lights, so we can see what we're working with. We also have the hot shower, so I shall set that up. I will use my shampoo gun. Now, there is a horse brand version of this that are charging like ridiculous money. This was a tenner on Amazon and it's a car cleaning hose attachment. That's what you need to Google. I have got Hippie Scrub, which I will use tomorrow, and because I will bath her after I've clipped her, it means I can use this shampoo, which I got at the Veteran Champs. Came in our goodie bag. It is the Supering Products Candy Floss 2-in-1 conditioner shampoo, and I won't have to worry about any allergic reactions because she'll get rebathed again tomorrow. So, get the hot water going and get you scrubbed. I squeegee her off. Woo! I squeegee her off with one of these. I don't know why they're called sweat scrapers, because if your horse is sweaty enough that you need to scrape the sweat off, then you need to bath your horse. But yeah, so I then cover her body in mane and tail spray so that her coat is nice and silky for the clippers. And then I just have this Derby House kind of sheet that I pop on, mainly because it's the cleanest one I've got, and then I can put her rug on over the top and she can dry overnight. Also, I made a TikTok about how I dry horses' tails. Does no one else do this, where you grab it and give it a big spin? I've got that all over the lens. Yeah, I made a TikTok and so many people were commenting that they'd never ever seen that before, and I've been doing it since I think I was a kid. But yeah, quick old helicopter the tail, get it nice and dry. So I'm gonna put her back in her stable. She's very, very grumpy. And yeah, that is stage 1 of the big makeover complete. Hello. So I'm pretty sure this should have been day 2. It's not. It is actually day 5 or 6. Basically, when I last spoke to you, it was Monday, and I obviously got up and all bathed and clean, ready for clipping. I then came down the yard on Tuesday with my clippers and everything, but I came down after work, and basically I actually stood there and I was like, realistically, I'm not going to get her clipped before 8, 9 o'clock at night. And the lighting would have been really, really poor. It would have been awful. I had the dog with me. It wouldn't have been fair on him. And basically I was trying to do it to make sure that the vlog went out for last Wednesday, but do you know what? It's just not ideal. So it is now Saturday. Don't you disappear. She just finished the bit of hay I gave her. It's now Saturday, but it does mean that we have all afternoon to get her clipped and make sure she is perfection. A lot of people have sort of asked how or what I do, so I figured I would vlog this because, as you have just seen, this is the woolliest and the scruffiest she's ever been. So we best get a move on. Okay, so basically I will show you. I always clip with my battery Heiniger clippers. They are dog and horse clippers. My dog is now running away because he hates it when I clip him. But the reason I use these is that we have absolutely zero power at the yard. I have to have the battery clippers. I have a second battery with me, and usually I can do all of her plus her legs and face with the 2 batteries. So we'll see how we get on. I then use, in dog term, 10 blade. You can buy the wide ones, but they're £70 and I just never have. Secondly, I have got my hat. It's literally on the hook there. I can't get you off the wall, but it's on the hook there ready to go. Obviously, it goes without saying, if you are clipping a horse that you are new to, or you have any qualms or worries about, please put a hat on and probably tie them up. Dublin is going to be stuffing her face. She actually hates eating with a head collar on and throws her head around more, which really isn't really a very good excuse, but I've had her 18 years. I'm quite good at reading her body language. If at any point I feel like I need to put my hat on, it is just there. Now, this is the part where I wish I had microphones, because I know some people wanted me to explain as I go through what I tend to do. Make sure before you start as well, turn your clippers on and just rest your hand and the clipper against the horse so that they can feel the vibration, and basically lets them know that you're about to go in and be touching them with the clippers, basically. So here we go. She's so fluffy. Oh my gosh, that is so thick. Luckily, these like my rides are portable. Need no juice 'cause I get wild from loving you. 'Cause we are crazy and we Oh my God, she looks so much better. She obviously needs to have a bit of a bath after this because she's all a bit scurfy under there, even though we bathed her. But she's warm, yeah. So I'm gonna crack on and get these legs done now, and then, yeah, we're done. We are making good time. Oh no, we have a tail. The difference in her two legs. This one looks big, fat and swollen, and this one's like a skinny thoroughbred leg. You're not a thoroughbred. Okay, so for armpits, she's very, very good. I taught her this when she was a lot younger. Sort of stand still, but I pick up the leg as usual, and then basically wrap my leg round to pull the leg forward. It was basically a technique taught to me by a farrier a very, very long time. And I have just done it with her ever since. Oh my God, we are 90% there. So everything has been clipped off. We are actually having some glorious sunshine, so I'm gonna get her out now, stand her in the sun and check all of her body for anything I've missed, and then she will have to have a bit of a bath. So I will use Hippie Scrub to basically now give her a bit of a wash, and then we'll see the result. So I washed Dublin off in Hippie Scrub after being clipped because she can have reactions to the oil, and it's just a really good way of actually getting some Hippie Scrub on her skin. She obviously has hyperallergenic skin. Well, not obviously, but a lot of you will know that she is hyperallergenic. So she's allergic mainly to the bacteria in mud and her own sweat. So that's why she's got everything off, and that's why we're gonna Hippie Scrub her. Right, so she's all bathed. Now, if you've clipped and you don't actually want to bath them, sorry if my screen's a bit damp, you can actually just get a bucket and some warm water and some baby oil, and then get yourself a flannel or a cloth and just basically wipe the damp baby oil water sort of over them, rub any of like the scurf and the oil off, and they will come out nice and shiny and they shouldn't be too itchy. So whilst she stands in the sun and dries, let's just cast our minds back to what we started with. First of all, I apologise for this rude interruption and for this terrible background lighting and setup, but it is 7 o'clock on the night that this vlog should have gone out. In fact, it's an hour late, but the reason I have delayed it is because my outro is not going to make any sense if I leave it in. Basically, I've clipped Dublin because we've obviously got lots of exciting things coming up now, but the most exciting plan as of Saturday had been cancelled, and we were gutted. It's an absolutely like once in a lifetime type of like experience, and it originally got cancelled, and then I got a phone call today to say that actually it's back on, but it's on at a later date, which is fine because actually that suits me far, far better. It gives me more time to just pick Dublin's fitness up that little bit more. She also has moved on to her winter paddock, so there is a lot more grass out there, so I have got to be a little bit careful about making sure that we doesn't get too fat. But yes, I'm ecstatic to say that the exciting plan is still back on. I'm not giving it away because I want to be weird or annoying. It's actually more because I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I haven't got a contact with the company and my person I'm talking to doesn't know. So that's really hard not to say. So basically I'm just keeping quiet out of respect, and just because I don't know what I am allowed to say. I am allowed to take my vlogging camera on said exciting trip, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be really saying anything. But yeah, so it is back on. It's a little bit later, which is absolutely fine. She's all clipped, she's all ready to go. I will make a note in to hog her again so that she's perfection for when this exciting plan kicks off. And yeah, basically, thank you for watching this vlog. I'm sorry it's late, and there might be the odd weekend or the odd like week where we're a day away or what have you. It might be a little bit hickety-pickledy, but that is the winter for you. So anyway, yes, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see if this exciting plan still goes ahead. I really just pray it does. I'm trying not to get too excited because how gutted I felt when it originally got cancelled. So yeah, we'll just see. I'm just rambling now, so I'm gonna go. Bye.